All right, Jesse on Fire, welcome back. Finally, with a little bit of good news related to the Charlie Kirk story. Apparently, according to Trump, the shooter has been apprehended. This little trans activist weirdo freak is apparently in custody. So we're gonna go through this story and talk about it. Apparently, who turned him in? Very, very notable. So someone in his family turned him in. Kind of I don't know, a shocking piece of information. Maybe not shocking, but very notable piece of information how he got. So let's just jump right into it. Go ahead, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Appreciate it. And man, continued condolences to Charlie Kirk's family. I found out that his wife and kids were on site when this happened. And man, it's just too much. And I see some glimmers of hope in some other videos of people on the left leaving the left after they've seen the reaction by their party to this. And I'm like, okay, so there are some humans over there, you know? Anyway, we'll talk about that afterwards. But so Charlie Kirk shooting, live updates. Trump says suspect is in custody hours after a video of man believed to be shooter was released. He said, I think with a high degree of certainty that we have him, Trump said on Fox and Friends this morning. So I'll find that clip too. So President Trump on Friday morning says he believes the FBI has a suspect in custody in the shooting death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. I think with a high degree of certainty we have him, Trump said during an appearance on Fox and Friends. I think we're in great shape and he's in custody. The FBI and Utah officials have not formally announced an arrest. Authorities are expected to hold a press conference at 9 a.m. Eastern. So that is actually going on right this second. Investigators have spent days searching for a suspect in the death of 31-year-old Kirk, a popular conservative commentator and Trump ally who was fatally shot while speaking at a campus event. How much you guys want to bet that this guy is some like weirdo leftist freak, you know? And then it's gonna be funny, like all the people who were saying like, oh, you know, this is some really like high level, you know, I don't know, CIA operative or like Israel operative or whatever. It's like, yeah, no, that's exactly what it looked like. It's one of these weirdo trans freaks that thought that they were doing something good by murdering a father in front of his wife and children. So they spent days. Utah Governor Spencer pleaded with the public for help finding the shooter. He said that law enforcement had received more than 7,000 tips, but asked for more assistance. Where is this? Okay, so they said that, here you go. So on Fox and Friends, Trump says the father of the suspect turned him in. On the Fox and Friends couch, President Trump said that a minister involved in law enforcement convinced the father of the suspect in Charlie Kirk's killing to turn him into police. It was a minister who was involved with law enforcement, by the way, is good friends. His good friend is a top U.S. Marshal, and they took it from there, Trump said. And then it was a father got involved, namely his father, and said, we got to go in. And they, as I understand it, and again, subject to change, but you know, the facts are the facts. We have a person that we think is the person we're looking for, but they drove him to the police headquarters. And here, let's just listen to it.
I don't want to go too far. I'd like to tell you some stories at how it happened, but essentially somebody that was very close to him turned him in. And that happens when you had some of those good shots. Somebody is going to say, whether it's a parent or whatever, I'd rather not say right now. They're going to announce it today, sometime later, probably talk about that. But somebody close to him turned him, you know, they said, whoa. It's interesting where we had very good pictures, but not great, not perfect. And when you look at it, what happened is somebody, and this happens a lot. It happened with the crazy Boston bomber. It happened with others. Somebody that's close recognizes even a little tilt of the head, which nobody else would do. And somebody that was very close to him said, that's him. And essentially went to the father, went to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic, by the way. And the person was involved with law enforcement, but was a person of faith, a minister. And brought him to a U.S. Marshal, who was fantastic. And the father convinced the son, this is it. And
all right, and then check this out. I have another clip here that we can look at right now.
And when you have a high-profile person like Charlie Kirk, the public wants to know, and there's a lot of pressure on law enforcement and prosecutors to release this information. they want to know now. They want to know why, and we really haven't established for sure that it's him. You know, it seems pretty good, but we tend to try these things in the media before they even reach court.
I mean, if the guy's dad turned him in, it's him. You know what I mean? Now, here's some more information that Trump shared on Fox and Friends. And what's crazy, like, I just went over to Blue Sky because I had read that on Blue Sky it's absolutely insane over there, talking about the entire Charlie Kirk situation. So I found this clip. We're going to watch that. And then we're just going to start taking a look at what people are saying about this topic on Blue Sky, which is you want to see what the left thinks about this situation, you go to Blue Sky, because there's nothing but Democrats over there. And let's just see what the tone is. Okay.
He was very hurt when he saw this, but I mean, everybody was. Oh, when I heard it, I was in the midst of, building for 150 years, they've wanted a ballroom at the White House, right? They don't have a ballroom. They have to use tents on the lawn for President Xi when he comes over. If it rains, it's a wipeout. And so I was with the architects and with design. It's going to be incredible. And they came in, they said, Charlie Kirk is dead. I didn't know what they meant. I said, what do you mean dead? Charlie Kirk was shot. And they thought he was dead because it was so horrific, And I said, dead? You got.
Yeah. I was filming. I was in the middle of filming a video about the train stabbing. I was literally halfway through that video when I got an alert on my phone that said Charlie Kirk has been shot. And candidly, it was exactly the same as when Trump got shot. I was in Mexico when that happened, and it was a Truth Social alert that said Donald Trump, like, shooting at Donald Trump rally. His status is unknown. And then I went to the Trump rally. There was no one at the podium, and I was like, oh my God. And I thought Trump had gotten shot for sure. But then it turned out he was all right. And then this literally was like a complete and total, it was a mirror. It was exactly how it happened, except in this case, the worst had happened. But let's take a look at what Blue Sky looks like, and we'll wait for confirmation of the fact that they have this guy, but they have this guy. Okay, here you go. So check this out. This is literally all I did is I went to Blue Sky and just put Charlie Kirk in. That's it. Okay. The thing is, as they want to immortalize Charlie Kirk to justify and escalate their platform of hate, they'll forget about him in a month to move on to something else. Hate is fire. It has no memory. It doesn't need a reason. It just needs to burn. These people are so demented. It's fucking crazy, man. My dad first signed up for Twitter to follow live sports, and he's a freak about UNI. One day he says to me, Twitter is a buzz with Illini golf. And I was like, dude, you only follow Illini sports. What? Wait. And that's how every reporter feels Charlie Kirk was the most important person in the world. Okay, literally, like, every single one of these posts is shitting on Charlie Kirk or saying this, whatever. Okay, mainstream pundit class. Charlie Kirk did politics the right way. Charlie Kirk fans target historically black universities with credible threats of violence, causing them to shut down in retribution for his death at the hands of a white man. What are you talking about, dude? I feel like the sanitizing of Kirk's politics is sometimes an effort to create an idealized victim in order to bolster renunciations of political violence and sometimes simple ignorance about his actual politics. Oh, are you gonna present examples? This is insane. Every single post is like, look at this. How the Kirk shooting is really about being victimized yet again. Woe is me. They got him. Now let's talk about how it's good to condemn political violence, but it's bad to celebrate a racist, sexist, heartless man like Charlie Kirk. Who is this fucking bitch? Look at that face, dude. Oh, yeah, hey. Yeah, she doesn't look like a psychopath at all, dude. She doesn't look psychotic at all. These people are are gutter trash. Literal gutter trash. The reprisals begin. Dowd was fired for speaking truth. Charlie Kirk peddled hate speech. He said prowling blacks go around for fun to go target white people. Muslim communities are a threat to America, and men should take care of trans athletes like they did in the 50s. What the fuck are you talking about? The guy who said Obama was born in Kenya has some breaking news on the Charlie Kirk shooter. Jesus. No one should be no one should have celebrated Kirk's murder, but nobody should now be celebrating his life. Dude, these people are like, let's just, I mean, man, I literally, I can't even say what I'm thinking. I can't. I honest to God cannot even say what I'm thinking. So Charlie Kirk says facts. Gun control wouldn't have stopped the shooting in California. Gun control wouldn't have stopped the shooting in Parkland. Gun control wouldn't have stopped the shooting in San Diego. Democrats didn't want to fix gun violence. They want to take away your Second Amendment. What's wrong with that? Well, like, what's wrong with that? Okay, so you disagree with him? Kirk wanted the DOJ to release all the Epstein files. So what? Hey, Donald, how about if instead of awarding the Presidential Medal of Freedom, you honor him by granting his wish? I love how now the Democrats are the party that's concerned about like protecting kids. You know what I mean? Oh, now you care? Hey, remember Sound of Freedom was a QAnon conspiracy theory? Remember that? Sound of Freedom, the movie about, like these people have to be joking. Now now you're worried about child trafficking. You absolutely are. They are such frauds, dude. Okay, look at this one. Enough. The MAGA has lost its damn mind. Charlie Kirk whitewashed slavery, spread racial hatred, vilified vulnerable people, attacked the rights and protections of people of color and women. He used his voice to normalize and aggrandize which is despicable. These people are a fucking joke, dude. You should... Like, these people live in a world that doesn't exist. Okay? I'm serious. Like, I can't even believe I'm going to say this. I cannot believe I'm going to say this. But the re-education camps might not be the worst idea, dude. Like, this demonstrates, like, this is a level of mental illness that I don't know. Like, we can't just allow there to be this level of hatred and mental illness in the country. You know what I mean? Like, this is this widespread. Every single post on Blue Sky is like this. Every single one. And in case you guys forgot, in case you guys didn't see this one from yesterday, let's just one more time, dude. Okay? One more time. TMZ cheering when they found out that he was dead. Okay? Just one last time, we'll watch it. And
Sky, possibly in the next 20 minutes. The news conference is scheduled for 3 o'clock in Utah time, which is 2 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Eastern. Janet, go to have somebody look at the Fox. Trump just posted that Charlie Kirk is dead.
Yeah. Don't ever let anyone convince you that TMZ was telling the truth about them watching a fucking car chase. Woohoo! They're poison.